Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the Knit Chat Cafe for our Tuesday
Yeah.
evening get together. We're glad that you're here. My name is Noelle,
And I'm Kelly.
and we're coming to you from southwestern Ontario. And we actually had a gorgeous day today. It
Yes.
was absolutely amazing weather. But I guess it's supposed to get hot and sticky over the next couple of days, but we'll see.
We'll
So
see.
today was a gorgeous day to be sitting outside knitting. So,
Wouldn't know.
well, you would because I texted you and told you it was.
Okay. Well, I think we're actually live on time this week. I think it looks like people are in here.
Yep. Yep, I was
So
going
can
through some of the
everybody
comments to start with.
see and hear us okay? Just as Noelle's getting ready to say some hellos.
Yeah. I said at least it went live at the right time. It does say live if we can see the numbers. So we think that
Yes.
everything's good this week.
We think we're good. We think we're good.
Okay. So hi Nara, hi Trudy, Wendy, Maurice, Elaine. Who else do we have here? We have Susie. And we've got Jess, Trudy. You guys were having a great conversation before we were in here. It surprises me sometimes when I go in and there's so many comments already. And we've got Lee and Becky and Maureen. And we've got, who else is here? Kimmy's here. And Kim and Janet and Stacy and Sue and Jelaine and Nancy and Lucia. And we've got Linda and Janet. Who else do we have here? We've got Kathy, Joan, Jermaine, Linda, Teresa, Catherine, Laura, Tina. We've got Kim, Judy, Nicole, Mary's waving. We've got May Jo. We've got Patsy and Kim and Irene and Amy and Gail. And we've got Shirley. Hi, Shirley. It was so nice to meet. I actually got to meet Shirley this past week, and Shirley's from
Yay.
Manitoba, and she was in Toronto, so we had a nice little visit. And we've got Julia. Hi, Julia. And Kristen and Jan and Irene. And we've got, let's see, we've got Linda and Nick, Bonnie, Dorothy, Mimi, Lynn, Sharon, Alisa, Kelly. Oh, another Kelly. And Cindy, Heather, Sherry, Donna, Dorothy. So hi, everybody. I'm sure I've missed names, but we've got so many people in here. We've got Marianne in here. Sarah's here. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Knit Chat Cafe. We're so happy that you're able to join us. We're going to talk a little bit about knitting and what's going on. And yeah, so we're glad you're all here.
We
My
are.
drink of choice is just a bubbly today.
Buble.
Buble, yeah.
So I think it was Jan said that she had a crappy day at work, but it's better now. So yeah, let that just let that wash off, because I didn't have a great day at work today. Getting yelled at is never fun. But anyway, all is better now because we are here. We're here in the Knit Chat Cafe. I have water this week. I don't know.
Well, no, I have bubbly. It's too hot for something hot.
It would have been great for a glass of wine. I don't know why I didn't think about that.
I'll have that after. I'll have that after when I'm ready to sit down and relax. And
okay.
So,
this knit chat, it's the same knit chat, but it's going to be a little bit different. I have some outside things going on this month, and we were struggling to get together to do a regular podcast. So we've decided over the next few or a couple of knit chats, then we're just going to kind of roll everything into that we would normally do in a podcast, minus the bloopers, hopefully.
No, they'll be in here.
No blooper reels. But what we are going to do for you, because we're going to actually talk a little bit more, show a little bit more. There's a small fly in here. So if you see me swatting at something wildly, you're going to know what it is. Anyway, we are going to attach show notes to each of these knit chats, which we don't normally do. And I'm even going to go back in and try to timestamp this for you because we've got a little bit of admin to get through. We've got some prizes to give away.
Yes, we do.
And then we want to talk about some FOs. And as I said in my post today on Instagram, Noelle has a raft load of FOs to show. So maybe not show them all.
No, I'm not showing them all. I only have a couple, and I'll just bring in a couple every episode. Because in actual real things that I finished this week, I didn't. Not this week, not in this week. But since we podcast last, yes, there's a lot.
Yes, we've got a lot. So, okay, that's where we're at. So let's just get into the prizes. Let's get into the prizes, okay?
Good idea. Okay.
Hopefully, I've got everything organized here that I need. So,
you all know we have our ongoing sock knit along that goes from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. But at the end of every month, we draw a pattern prize and we draw a yarn prize. So we have the end of May has come and gone.
It has already.
I know, it's crazy that this is the middle of June already. Anyways, the end of May has come and gone, so we have drawn winners for May. And did you look how many socks were in there to the end of May?
I did, and then I didn't. Yes, I did. There were 1,099 pairs.
Wow.
Just before we move forward, there's a couple of people saying that they're having a little bit of trouble hearing you. Is your your microphone somewhere near you, or is it plugged in?
It is. Is that any better?
Can you turn it up a little bit, maybe?
It doesn't have a, let me just go in and check my settings. Okay, you keep talking. You talk about the.
Okay, so we had 1,099 pairs until the end of May, which is super awesome. You guys are amazing. And as you all know, if you watch our podcast, that we, a few people are asking if it's on her strap. It's not. Those are her headphones, so that we don't get feedback. We both have to wear headphones, so her microphone is somewhere on her desk.
Okay, let's see here.
But a few people say they can hear it just fine.
Okay.
All right, so we'll carry on.
No, it should be fine. Let me see if I can turn it up.
Who said there wouldn't be bloopers? Did I say that? Okay, so we do 2 prizes each month, and we have a pattern prize, which is very generously donated by our friend Natalie of Remembrances Pottery. And let me see, I have slides ready. Just like in a real podcast, I have slides. I just have to find them. So the first prize winner for the pattern winner is, let me see if I can do this too. Just one second. Nope. I thought I could shuffle us somewhere else behind the slide. Can't do that either. Okay, well, you can watch Noelle for a minute. So the pattern winner is Natasha, and it was number 1083. And look at her beautiful socks.
They're gorgeous.
They are really pretty. Okay, you're doing something with your microphone now because I can hear static in my ear.
Is that better?
I think you might have just cut out altogether.
Shouldn't have. I just plugged it in.
Can you turn it up a bit? Because I can even barely hear you in my ear.
Okay, just a minute here.
And then our second prize is, let me just hide this one. Get us back to the same size. This is trickier than I thought. Okay, so the second prize is a yarn. We have a yarn prize each month too, and we usually, actually we do a sock yarn. So this month's sock yarn is, it's called the Comfort Sock Duet, and it's by Red Sock Blue Sock Yarn Company. And this is, oh, and look, it matches my nails. Look at that. Not planned, totally not planned. Blue nails because I went to a Blue Jays game this weekend. But this is some yarn. This was a new company for Noelle and I, and we got some yarn from them in April when we went to Montreal to Knit City. So this is 2 50-gram skeins. So you get 100 grams in here. So it's easily enough to do a full pair and probably even a pair of shorties as well, or pair them with some other yarns. But very, very pretty colorways. Really, really pretty. And the winner of the yarn this month is, oh, this is tricky. There we go. It was number 911, which is Charlotte. And on Ravelry, she goes by Columba125. So congratulations, Charlotte. And actually, I also just realized that you've got some blue socks in there that look pretty similar to this. Well, you've got some more coming your way. So congratulations to both of our winners. And you can reach out to us on, here we go, knits and pieces podcast at gmail.com. And I will get the sock yarn in the mail to you. And let us know if you are the pattern winner, and we will give you a code that Natalie provides so that you can choose any pattern from her shop. Okay, now.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hardly hear you.
Hardly hear me? Okay, let me try something else.
So I was going to say, you're up next. You've got the last week's winner.
Okay.
We've got some new people that just jumped in too. Hi, Cricket. Cricket's here.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I can hear you loud and clear right in my head.
Okay.
I think that's better.
Anybody else here now?
Okay. Some people are saying make it louder, but I think it just needs to catch up.
Okay.
Do you want to chat about last week's prize? I think it's fine.
Okay.
I really do think it's fine.
So yeah, so just let us know if you can hear me or not. Last week we had a giveaway for our pony lace cord in the little package. This comes with some of our favorite things. So we had comments left under the YouTube video after the fact. And so we said that we would draw a prize for that. So I'll go in here, and I did draw a prize. And we had, I believe, 179 comments, which is amazing, which is awesome.
That's a lot.
And the winner is CDM. And her favorite color in the rainbow was orange. And she wrote out the acronym, what is it? Red, orange,
the Roy
yellow.
G. Biv. Yes.
Yeah, Roy G. Biv. So orange was her favorite color. And so I know that I have orange in the knit picks in the pony cord. So I will make sure that she gets some orange pony cord.
Okay. So
and congratulations. And again,
congratulations.
Yep, CDM, if you would like to message us either through Instagram, well, probably not Instagram, probably best to go through the
email is best.
Yes, the email's best. Yep. So.
Okay. Awesome.
So that was those prizes, and we might as well talk about this now. We're the sock knit along goes for the whole year. And we told you before that we were going to have an awesome prize for the year end.
We do.
And so I want to show you what that prize is, because it's amazing. Okay?
Please do.
So this is going to be the year end prize. This was generously donated by J. Hendry Co. and Full Moon Fibers. So this is a bag made by Jessica of J. Hendry. And then this gorgeous sock set is in there. So this is Full Moon Fibers. This sock set is called Birds in Paradise, which is their Nebula Eclipse sock, which is 80% merino, 20% nylon. And it comes with 100 grams of the main color, which is on their kind of like zebra eclipse stripe. And then it comes with 2 minis, and there's 20 grams each in each of those minis. This is called Birds in Paradise. And it matches the bag. The bag's got the birds in paradise.
It's so beautiful.
It's
so
gorgeous.
Beautiful.
So that's going to be our year-end prize. So the number of socks that you get in there, that you have a chance to win that at the end of the year, plus all the chances that you have all the way along throughout the year. So, and again, we want to say thanks to Jessica and Allison, because that is an amazing prize. And their work, their yarn, and Jessica's sewing is amazing. So, and I should show you, like this bag's it's got the drawstring at the top, so you can pull that in, or you can tuck the top right down so that you've got a nice yarn bowl.
So it's like a really sturdy bucket bag that everything sits in there for you. It's a beautiful prize. Yeah. Beautiful prize.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's gorgeous. So again, get your socks in there. The more pairs of socks you get in there, the more chances you have to win it. And you'll help us get closer to our goal.
Yes, which is 2,022 pairs.
That's right. So,
I think we're going to do it. If we were at like a pair under 1,100 by the end of May, I think we're in there.
For
I
sure.
think we're in there for sure.
Yep.
Okay.
So maybe we should, on the next thing, maybe we should talk about what we're wearing.
We can do that.
Because they're, for both of us, I think they're finished objects. So
we've got a few people in here too that are talking about they've got some pairs that are close. Sarah's just about finished a pair that's going in. Hi Kathy, first time live chatter here from Montana. That's
Kathy.
Pretty awesome. Hi Kathy, welcome. And lots of people are saying how beautiful the prize is. It's a gorgeous prize.
I can't even, like, it's nice sturdy canvas. I can't even tell you how nice it is. Like, you have to really feel it in person. So
yes, very nice.
Yeah, so good luck to everybody. So
all right, on to finished or sweaters, which happen to be our finished objects week. Yes. Yeah. Do you want to start? I see that you've got a label in here, so I'll pull that up.
Yes, I am wearing the Ilha sweater. It is by Orland Souche. This is done in Drops Bell, and the color is rosewater. So this pattern is actually originally, if you look at her pattern page, it's a long sleeve sweater done in wool. So the Drops Bell is a cotton linen viscose blend. Yes. And it's really nice for the summer. It's a DK weight. This took me 5.5 skeins. It comes in 50-gram skeins. It's got gorgeous detail in the pattern. Like, it's got nice detail. Well, I never know which way to turn. Right arm.
Opposite to the way your brain thinks you should.
Yes. Detail going down the side seam, which mirrors this detail that's along here. Now, I did mine. I'm going to stand up, but you're not going to see anything. But I could have did it if I wanted it just to go for a sweater. I could have did it, like, if I wanted it just to go over a dress, I could have done it shorter. But at the length that it is, it's actually still good with the dress, and I could wear it like with jeans or a pair of pants or a pair of shorts. So I just find if I do a crop top, for me, I'm like literally getting it 2 inches under the arm.
It is short, and it looks utterly ridiculous because this one's a crop, and it looks utterly ridiculous when you're working on it. You're thinking, who's this going to fit? Even teeny tiny little you. But it's when you put them on with these summer dresses, it's like the perfect look. Yeah. Awesome. I love that pattern. That one's been in my queue for a while to do. But
yeah, I definitely will do this again in a winter yarn. So Jan said she just finished her Ilha yesterday.
I saw that a few people were working on them too. Yes, it's beautiful. Really beautiful.
Oh, and Allison said good luck to all the sock knitters at the end of the year. And Allison, they will enjoy that prize very much.
Oh my gosh, yes, they will. They will for sure. Okay, and all right, I've got another banner to pull up here. I am wearing the Melody sweater, which I'm wired to my computer, so I can't really stand up. But this is by Unit Toronto, and I did throw a picture in here, so maybe I can find the picture there. So if I minimize the banner, a lot of things going on here. There so go. This pattern was also written for a long sleeve sweater, and I was going to point to my screen and realize nobody can see me pointing to the screen. So it's a bottom up sweater, and it's the first time I've done a bottom up sweater. I felt odd doing it. It wasn't my comfort level, because usually you do neck down, you can try things on multiple times. So I actually did choose the size that I think it said to give about 2 inches of ease. So I did choose the size that was 2 inches over my bust size. And when I finished the sweater, it was fine. I tried on the sweater, the fit was good, everything was good. And then I blocked it, and then that's where the problem happened. So in this picture that I'm showing, it's a little bit loose, like I have it tugged a bit to the back so you can't really see it, but it ended up being a little bit longer than I intended, and also and then like I said, it was just too big in the yoke. So what I ended up having to do was I threw the sweater in I last night I wanted to wear it out, so I sprayed it down with water and I threw it in my dryer in a little bag, like so that it wouldn't stretch out further. And I think it has nothing to do with the pattern. I think it's this yarn, and I was worried about this. This is the Barocco Summer Silk, which is now discontinued, and it is a cotton silk blend. So I knew I'd be able to shrink it down because of the cotton. And I started like at 5-minute intervals, but I had to go a full 20 minutes to get it to fit. And now it's a little bit shorter than in the picture that I showed. And the yoke fits a little bit better. I mean, it's still a little bit on the loose side, but I was worried about that with the cotton. And I know that you had made a love note in this and you didn't have that problem. But lately I've been having this problem with blocking my sweaters. They seem fine off the needles. And then no matter how gently I just try to lay them out to block, they're still kind of blocking out a little bit large. So that's a me problem that I have to work on. But I love the sweater. I love this yoke. And I actually think I could go back and I would repeat this in a long sleeve sweater. It was a lot of fun to do. And
I wonder, Kelly, could you change it and do it top down?
I probably could.
Like I know that people have. I know that, and there's people in here saying that they prefer top down sweaters, and I think it is because you can try it on as you go along, right?
Yeah.
And I know that there have been people that have kind of modified so that if it is top down, I guess you just have to look at how you'd have to reverse the whole pattern, right? And some patterns don't necessarily come out the same when you flip
And
them.
this one, well, the little, like the details here. So these are like yarn overs, and because it's a fairly lacy pattern, if it was just color work, yeah, that'd be easy peasy to flip and do in any direction. But I don't know how easy this would be. But I do like it. Everything else being said, I do like it. And I feel that now that I've shrunk it a little bit, like I'm more comfortable with it. And I have it on tonight just with a little cotton dress underneath, and it feels light, it feels airy, it doesn't weigh anything at all. I used 3.2 skeins. So you see, if I had gone down one size, I would have got the 3 skeins on the nose. So yeah, but I love the sweater. Love the pattern, and it was pretty quick knit. So what I did for the sleeves is I just did some twisted rib, which sort of mirrors this little bit of a pattern in here. On the full length sleeves, there would be a few of these little patterns down here at the cuff as well. Okay. So it was really nice. Yeah.
Did you try it on after you washed it before you blocked it? Or sorry, after you finished it before you blocked it?
Yes. And I thought that it fit fine. And
okay.
I had
So it was the blocking that changed it. So doing it top down or bottom up, someone had commented here that if it changes with blocking, that's not really going to make a difference.
No,
right?
But if it grew in the blocking, if I had made a size smaller and then it grew in the blocking, it might have come out to this size, which is where I would have wanted it to be, right?
Smaller, right?
But again, like you don't know that. And well, maybe, I mean, if I had a swatched and if I had a block to swatch, maybe.
And that's sometimes, you know what, that when you've got cotton, I think a lot of times with the cotton, it's the weight of the cotton that will pull it down.
Yeah.
Because I know I knit a cover up in 100% cotton, and I actually wash it, put it in the dryer, and when I wear it, it kind of gets bigger by the time I wash it again, and then it kind of goes back to a smaller size. But I mean, that's not so critical because it's just a cover up. It doesn't have to be. Mm-hmm. But I think cotton does have that. Same with linen. Like I know that my linen ones will stretch out when I wear them. And then once you wash them and put them back, they'll kind of shrink back up into.
Yeah. So if anybody has some of this yarn lying about and can't get any more, I maintain this is a beautiful pattern for this yarn. I would.
Actually, Sarah said she was thinking of doing that pattern with that yarn, that she has some Barocco summer silk.
Yeah.
So.
And Sharon says it would depend on how big the swatch was. And you know what? I'm just going to be honest here. I don't swatch all the time. And when I do swatch, it's never this. I swatch like this and then I multiply it by 2 or 4. So like I'm not even a true swatcher. I'm a terrible example of swatching. That's for sure. But I've got the sweater to where I like it now. And since it was cotton, I wasn't too worried about it. But I like it. I love the pattern. So
Janet said that she had trouble blocking a couple of sweaters last month and she couldn't seem to get them to shrink. Like I know a lot of times when I have trouble with blocking, it's usually if it's a superwash yarn. And I find it stretches quite a bit. And I do what you did. I put them in the dryer, but just a few minutes at a time and take them out to make sure they're not going in too much. But I do find, and especially if you get a superwash and it's a DK weight or a worsted weight, because that's not just the fact that the yarn is superwash, it's also the weight of the amount of grams that you have in that particular garment.
Yeah.
Will really stretch it out. So
now so when I'm blocking, then this is how I do it. Hi, Martha. Martha's new here for the first time. So I try to sort of like gently squish it out in the sink, and then I lay it on a towel. I roll the towel up. I'm sure everybody does this. And then I just step on the towel, right, back and forth to get as much moisture. Then I come downstairs to the dryer, and I actually put the garment in a small, like my little Knix bags, right?
Not the dryer. You mean in the
washer. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I put it in a little like a lingerie bag, and it's only about this big, because and then I put it in the washing machine and I spin it out to get the rest of the moisture out. And when I'm spinning out, I want it to be in a compressed package because I don't want any stress on the garment at all, right? So I put it in this small bag, spin it out, and then I take it up to the blocking boards. And by blocking, like I don't aggressively block by any means. I just kind of lie it out and then just, kind of pat it into place. It did look big on the blocking boards, but sometimes, something looks bigger on a blocking board in a flat than it does when it's like 3-dimensional and on your body. So I thought, no, it looks fine. But then the next evening, when I tried it on, it had kind of blocked extensively. But also, I mean, the yoke is a fairly stretchy yoke too.
Yep.
Right? So I think there's like so many variables in knitting, and this was a good lesson, if nothing else. It isn't just the pattern, it's not just the yarn, it's your blocking technique, it's the type of yoke that I'm knitting. If it had have been something that didn't have, like, this is like a twisted rib in here. We know that twisted rib is fairly stretchy. So if it hadn't had that texture, maybe the yoke would have been fine. Like you said, you used it on a love note and you had no issues with the yarn at all. So
no.
Sarah's saying go ahead, sorry.
Well, the love note's a little bit more of a flowy sweater anyway.
Yes.
So, and mine was already done at a looser gauge.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
And it's like the sweater is still plenty flowy, but what I didn't like is that it was like almost bagging here, like under the arms, and it was just a little too much. And I thought, if it were only just a little smaller. So get out the trusty spray bottle and I can make that happen.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Sharon says she wants to make the Ilha sweater, but she needs to get her big girl pants on. She's just a beginner. You can do it, Sharon.
You can do it. You can do it.
And once in this particular sweater, once you get done the yoke, then basically the rest of it is just, well, other than this under the arm, and these are cables, but they're just like 2-3 stitch cables. They're not difficult cables, and cabling is not difficult. Like everybody thinks, cabling is really not difficult. All you're doing is rearranging your stitches and knitting them in a different order. That's all you're doing. Like I still go back and I remember the first time my daughter Jacqueline ever did a cable, and I showed her how to do it, and she did it, and she just looked at me and she went, That's it.
That's it. I
That's
know.
all you do. So don't be afraid. Like their cables are not hard. And this is not a pattern like an all over cable pattern where you've got all sorts of different cables going in different directions. So give it a try. And like I said, once you get done this, you don't even have to do the underarm seams if you don't want to. You could just like knit it straight down. So I definitely say try it. So
Sarah has a great tip. I wouldn't have thought of this. I think this is a great idea, Sarah. Thanks for sharing. She started blocking any superwash sweaters that she has before finishing the ribbing to double check the length.
And I think for
that's a great idea.
People especially have trouble with the sleeves and find out that their sleeves end up like 2 or 3 inches too long.
Yes.
So that would definitely be a good idea before you do your sleeves too.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Sharon, you're getting some encouragement from other people that are in here too. They're saying, you can do it. You can do it.
You can do it. That's right.
Do it.
So. Okay, so I have one other finished object.
Okay.
And this I actually showed it to you finished before, but I'm going to talk about it this time. And I also have a picture of my model wearing it.
Oh, perfect. Oh my gosh.
There is my little model. That's Penelope. And she's wearing her little spring into summer romper by OGE Knitwear that I finished a couple of days after she was born, and I think in this picture she's maybe a week and a couple of days old.
Oh my goodness,
so
adorable!
But I love the romper. It's so cute. It was done in Lion Brand Kobu, which is a cotton bamboo blend. It only took one skein, like 100-gram skein. It's a DK weight, and the fabric it makes is so soft and perfect for babies. So again, that's the spring into summer romper. I'll put the name of it up on here.
Those little rainbow buttons too.
Yeah.
That could have been the cover for the pattern. Like it's so kudos to the photographer for that one. Absolutely gorgeous.
That was the spring into summer romper by OGE Knitwear Designs. And the pattern actually comes, it's actually got a little garter stitch cardigan that you could make to throw over it. But I just didn't know at this time of year how much you'd really wear a cardigan. But I've got some more of that yarn in some different colors. So I actually might make a couple of other ones of those. Because it's kind of cute. And that size was the 0 to 3 months, which I think will fit her for quite a while. Yes. Well, at least for a couple of months anyway. Yes. So.
Yeah. Well, with rompers, you don't have to worry about them outgrowing arms and legs, right? That's just their little torso. So cute, though. Absolutely adorable.
Yeah. So, and kudos, it was my daughter-in-law that took the photo. She did take a really nice photo. I'd never get a photo like that. I'm not patient enough. So.
I don't even know if I should say this. This is out. Okay. Well, as soon as you think it and it's out of your mouth, you've got to bring it out. Talking about getting the photo. So when Miles, oh my gosh, I'm sure Kendall has this on in her living room right now. And I said we'd never talk about this, but we will. So as we know, Miles was born on October 13th. So he was our little pumpkin baby. And we had been at a pumpkin patch on the weekend. And so he was, he's tiny. He's just a little guy. Well, he wasn't tiny when he was 8 pounds. And just shy of 8. And we go to the pumpkin patch and we bought some pumpkins to decorate her front entryway. And I got it in my head that wouldn't it be cute to put him in a little, I said we could put him in a blanket and kind of like pick him up this way and just sort of set him in the pumpkin. She could hold him from behind so that her hands would be covered. And then I could get a picture of Miles, this newborn Miles, in the pumpkin. I'm sure I have seen people do this. We got 3 quick pictures. He is crying. He is angry. He is as orange as the pumpkin.
I'm not sure I'd be happy if anybody put me in a pumpkin.
It was a little bit of a snug fit. I was worried, what if he doesn't come out? And I thought, oh my gosh, here's like a really bad grandparenting moment at its finest. But if he weren't crying, the picture would have been adorable. I knew where I was going with the picture. It just wasn't playing out. Yeah. Miles is 8 months yesterday. I cannot believe that was 8 months ago. I just can't believe it.
It goes by fast. So.
And he has given up on the crawling. He has moved right into walking. He crawls to something that he wants to get to. He pulls himself up, stands up, and then he walks all the way around it. Then when he's lost his foothold or handhold, then he gets back down. He's transitioning back down, and then away he goes. But he's going to be busy. He's going to be super, super busy. Okay.
So Lynn said that she's used OGE patterns for making shower gifts, and I have made several of her patterns, and they are really good, and she's got gorgeous children's patterns. So definitely check her patterns out. And if you're making something for a little one and a lot of them go not just from baby, but your pattern will go like up to maybe, like 6, 7 years old, even maybe more for some of them. The romper doesn't. Like, obviously you're not going to put them in a romper when they're 5, but so.
Becky says we should have painted his little bum like a pumpkin. Well, I guess we could have done that. He might have cried less. Michelle, the name of my sweater is called Melody. Melody by You Knit Toronto. And I also have a couple more finished things that I'm going to go through. Okay. Look at this. Look what I finally finished. Do you know what I had to do for all this time? I had to just do this tubular bind off. They've been sitting finished in a bag for a long time. These are the DRK. Yeah, I did have it in there. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. You talk, I'll find it.
These are the DRK everyday socks. Andrea Mowry being the DRK. And I could not love these socks more. I did not love knitting them because that is a lot of 2x2 rib. That's a lot of 2x2 rib. For me, it is. But they are the best fitting. And I actually blocked these, and I never block socks. I just like to take them off and start wearing them right away. But these ones I did block. And now that they're blocked, they actually look like a normal sock. I think a couple of times when I was knitting them, I pulled them off and I showed you, and they just look like
Well,
a
they do.
very
I know they look.
weird little tube, but they're springy and amazing. And this yarn is absolutely scrumptious. I want to get a close up. This is Piping Plover, and it's by our friend Vicky, who is Songbird Yarn. And it's such a beautiful color. I can't wait. Well, no, I can wait for fall, but I can't wait for fall and my Blundstones and these socks. Aren't they perfect? Really, really nice. So beautiful pattern, really good fit, highly recommend, but nobody else but me is getting these. They took me a while. They took a while.
You don't mean that pair. You mean any pairs that you knit of that.
Any pairs that I get of that, I would probably knit them again. I definitely would knit them again because I really, really like them. And they're just like super squish, really, really nice to wear. But yeah, I probably wouldn't knit them to give away because they're time consuming. They're time consuming. Melinda is asking, okay, Melinda, I'm just not sure what the question is. She's been trying to, upload your sock.
Yep.
Yes, we can assist with that. If you go back, was it 2 weeks now?
Might be 3.
Might be 3. Either 2 knit chats ago or 3. Sorry, we can't remember which one. I'm trying to think, what were you wearing that night? Maybe I could remember.
I don't know, but I'll find out I'll put it underneath the video.
Noelle did, so Noelle did a little hands-on tutorial where she could share the screen, and she showed everybody how to upload photos into our group. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Mary says, when I come to BC, I'll be able to wear my socks. Is it cold there still? I know when Kendall calls us at night, they're in sweatshirts, and tomorrow we're about to have our hottest day of the year.
I know.
It's crazy. Okay. Did you have something else to show?
Nope. Well, I do, but you can go first.
Okay. This is
Mine's
not
the same as yours. Don't you have another finished object?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
They're not on blockers yet, though. I got to do that.
Okay. I'm going to put them up.
We have the same ones.
We do.
Different yarns.
There we go.
Where's yours? It's supposed to be at the same time. There they are. We've got the Get Shorty Ribbed. This is a pattern by our friend, and we're calling her a friend now because she's a new friend to us, and it's by Irene Designs. We love this pattern. Yeah. You can't see.
Well,
you can't see the ribbing as much in mine as you can in Noelle's.
Yeah.
This is a fun
pattern.
At the
top, and it's ribbed down the top of the foot, which makes it a really nice fitting sock. And then it uses the strong heel,
which is a new heel to us.
Yes.
And we really like it. We really like it.
So mine are done in Universal Yarns Bamboo Pop Sock.
And mine is the Leo and Roxy Marled Sock, which I love. I love this base. Noelle loved it so much she knit 15 pairs of these 2 Christmases ago. And she wasn't loving it too much by the end of the 15 socks.
Not by the last pair, I wasn't, that's for sure.
This is one of my favorite pairs of socks to wear in this yarn. The work socks that I have, they are like spa socks. I won't say they feel like butter because Noelle doesn't like it when I say that.
I'm going to get a t-shirt that goes up here and says, I do not feel like butter.
But they feel like spa socks. They're so soft. Natalie, these ones are not toe up.
They're top down.
Top down. But, and they are ribbed across the front. But since they're only ribbed in the front and they're only half a sock, I did not mind at all doing them. So, and this was my second pair that I got out of one skein. So I got a full pair of socks. And then I got these, and there's literally still a tiny little ball.
I know.
And
it goes on forever.
It does. But can I reach them? Oh, dear.
Oh, Sheila says she's sitting in her knitted cowl trying to resist turning up the heat. Meanwhile, I'm thinking,
oh my gosh,
go turn the air on. I don't have the air on today, but I'll have to put it on tomorrow.
Okay, well, I can reach one of the colors. When we went to Little Red Mitten a couple of weeks ago, I got 2 more skeins. I can't reach the other skein, so I'll show it to you later. But this is the marled sock again. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, it's not
What
focusing.
color is that? Is that the
Look at
purple
that.
haze?
Everything I'm showing tonight goes with these crazy blue nails from Blue
But
Jays.
is that color purple haze?
This is purple haze.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah, I got
look
one
at
of
that.
those.
It's gorgeous. And then the other one that I have, why can't I reach? Oh, okay. The other color that I have is straw into gold,
Into gold.
which, you know, my colors. So highly recommend that sock yarn. Highly recommend it. Okay.
Okay,
What
that's
else?
it for finished objects. For me.
Okay.
Is that it for finished objects for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what have you been working on?
Okay. Well, so now that I finished a sweater, I'm ready to cast on another sweater. And I want to show you what I got in the mail from Holst. This is the color, you're going to swoon. You're going to swoon. Red Currant. And I got some skeins of Titicaca in rosewood to go with this. Look at that. Look at that.
Is that really red currant? I did a shawl in that already. But that's red currant in the
Coast. Coast.
Oh, that's what I did my shawl in.
So you mean you have a half a skein of you have a half a cone of this somewhere?
I only bought the canes.
Okay. I love this color. I love, love, love this color. So I have 2 sweaters that I'm deciding on to do this in. One is the Breeze, Brise. That is one. And then the other one is the Kutar Tea by Sari Nordland. They would both be equally beautiful. But is this a perfect summer color? That's not like a normal Kelly color, but this is just enough, like a geranium kind of pink.
I did the European road trip shawl in that in Coast.
Yes, you did.
Perfect.
Yes, you did.
For the summer. Yeah.
It's like a perfect corally melon shade.
Corally pinky. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So it's going to be one of the 2 sweaters. And then I have some mohair coming that I'm hoping will blend with this, because I also want to make, not for the summer, but for into the fall, the souffle tee, because it's a really super dressy sweater and I love it. But okay, so check out those 2 colors, those 2 sweaters, everybody, and send us some comments down below which one you think I should cast on. So that's going to be cast on sweater number 1. And because I say both. Well, I don't need 3 sweaters in this color, but then little Miss Julia, who's not here tonight, she's away, but she went away with some girlfriends on the weekend.
She said hi in here.
Oh, I thought she said she wasn't going to be here tonight.
No, she said hi.
Okay, Becky, yes, I can say the names again.
Here,
I have to type the names.
Okay, in the meantime, while you're doing that, Diane had asked about the Get Shorty socks, whether they were fingering or DK. They're fingering, but she does have a new pattern out called Get Shorty Goes to Prom, and it comes in both fingering and DK. So, and I've got one here that I finished.
So these are the 2 sweaters. I've just put them up on the screen, Becky, so you can look those up if you want, if you feel so inclined.
Okay, so there's the Get Shorty Goes to Prom, and this pattern actually does come in both fingering weight and DK weight, all in the same pattern. So that was just someone I didn't want to miss that, because they had wanted to know what yarn it was, or what weight of yarn it was done in. So
okay, so little Miss Julia went away on the weekend, and she posted a sweater that she and 2 friends started, and I saw it this morning, and so I really liked the pattern, Julia. And then I went in and I had a look at it, and guess what they recommend if you don't use the yarn that the pattern Drops Bell. And I happen to have 2 sweater quantities of Drops Bell. So I'm thinking the blue more so than the purple, because I really like this blue for summer. So I think, and Julia, please, can you type in the name of...
It's Oh, I know
Summer,
it too.
it's summer
Summer
news.
nos.
Summer nos.
Yes. Summer nos.
I
It
love
means,
the sweater.
It means summer hug.
Summer hug. Yes. Because it's so much fun. I meant to grab a picture to show everybody tonight, and I got in here. I was too tardy to do that, but I'm thinking the blue. Actually, both of these together would be Julia's sweater right there. It's okay. I'm going to show that comment. It's the summer nos or summer noose, and it's by Elsabeth Judith. And so I'm going to have two of them on the go. That's it. I'm just going to cast on both sweaters because why not? I finished one.
Why not?
I finished one.
That's right.
And I'm hoping to have another one of them finished before we head to Chicago, so that I've got some summer sweaters to take. Yeah.
There's just so many that I want to do that I just don't have enough time. Anyway.
So you got me, Julia. You got me.
So.
And then what else? Do you have something else that you're working on?
Yes, I do have my sample that I'm doing for Little Red Mitten.
Good night, Ainsley. Ainsley has to run.
Oops, I'm dropping everything. So I am this far. The bottom's all cast off, so I've just got the sleeves left to do. So this is the Metamorphic by Andrea Mowry, and I did put an actual picture in here of what hers looked like. Because if you just look at hers, I'm not sure. Okay, so it's kind of darker. You don't really see as much difference in the striping.
Right.
But this is the Metamorphic by Andrea Mowry. Her version is done in Spin Cycle yarns. This one that I'm doing is in Noro Silk Garden sock. Just a minute here. And in Noro Silk Garden Solo. So the difference between the sock and the solo, this one is the solo. So it just has, like, this is basically gray, but it has little pops of all other colors in it. And then this is the Silk Garden sock, and it's kind of like a striping. So it's the blues, the purples, the greens. And it's really, really turning out nice in the sweater. So the sweater's got like a slip stitch line that goes down the front, goes down the two sides. There it is on the sides. And then when you do the sleeve, it goes down the front, the part of the sleeve that you see, plus the underarm part. So yeah, it's really fun to knit. It's just like one row of each, but it's really ingenious kind of how it makes up the stripes, because the stripes of the color are actually the purl bumps on both sides.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, really, really nice. So,
okay, so we've got
working on.
Well, I was just going to say we've got some votes in. Jan says she's
okay.
already knit 2 of the Breeze sweaters and she really likes the knit. And Susan checked them both out and she votes for the Breeze. She said she might need that one too. And Laura snuck out of the chat and purchased some Leo and Roxy sock yarn.
Yay!
You will not be disappointed. You will not. It's lovely, lovely yarn. So what I did cast on my way to the Blue Jays game is a sock.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And so I'm just doing this little broken rib pattern in here. And this is, it's the Sock Twin by Estelle. So you get two little balls on here and they're identical. So I'm working from the outside, cast on the blue, and I'm going to try to knit. I don't know how far it'll get me. So what I'm doing is I'm just starting. So I did a toe up construction, obviously, and I'm just starting to put the heel in now, and I'm doing a Flegel heel because I really like that style of a pattern. Flegel heel, by the way, is basically this style here. So you get to this point on the foot here, and then you start increasing on your bottom stitches to create a gusset. And then once you have gotten to a number of stitches on your bottom needle, then you're going to sort of turn your heel and knit across to create this heel. I've used this heel several times and it's a fit that's really good for me. So that's where I'm headed with these. But I love excuse me, we bought this. I was with you when we were heading up to that retreat weekend. I got this in Listowel, I
Oh,
think, right? Yeah, I'm sure I did.
was it? Okay.
The sock twins. And I was going to make them for Kendall for Christmas. And I don't know, I really like them. They might not make it to her for Christmas. They're so pretty because they have this little bit of, excuse me, it's a little bit of marling. I really
That's
like
pretty.
it. Really
Yeah.
like it. So that's what I'm working on. And so like I said, I just cast those on this weekend. I had no problem getting needles into the park. They really didn't even check, but just in case, I did take my wooden, the C knit needles, and I had no issues.
Okay, so this past week on Wednesday, after last Tuesday, some of us went down to Toronto to go to the Knitting Loft and to meet up with Shirley, who lives in Manitoba, who we've met through Zoom since the pandemic started. We've all become really good friends, and this is the first time that we met Shirley in person. Well, at least the first time I met Shirley in person. I know that Dawn had met her before.
Mm-hmm.
So we met up at the Knitting Loft, and we went in and we shopped, and then we went for lunch, and then we went back and shopped some more. So, and if you get a chance, you should really go. It's just amazing to see all that yarn in one place. It was just at first when I walked in, it was almost overwhelming, but I managed to calm down and buy stuff. So
Yes, you did.
I'm not going to show everything that I bought tonight. I'm only going to show what I started on so far.
Yeah, because we only have so much time. Yes.
I have other things to show. Anyways, so I did buy a skein of self-striping sock yarn. So this is Scrumptious Pearl. And I just like when you see it all rolled up in the ball like this, it's just hard to resist. So this color
pretty.
is called PYT. And I had to look that up to know what it meant.
Pretty young thing.
Yeah, but I didn't know that.
Oh,
so I'm Googling it. I'm Googling it to see what it means. And that was after, and I thought, oh, well, yeah, I like that. So anyway, so I've done my first sock. I didn't do my thing with the needles because I'm not sure yet what I want to do as far as the heel. I don't know if I want to do contrasting or whether I might just do the bullseye with this. So I think I'll do the 2 socks first and then decide. Mm-hmm. But really nice yarn. Of course, it's got the pink in it. I love the colors. So it's the first time I've ever knit with that yarn. So that was one thing. And then this was I had no intention of buying this when I went. I hadn't bought it the first time, but Heather from Timber Yarns was with us, and she was so proud. She only bought a couple of needles before we went for lunch, but she kept talking about this yarn. And I'm like, well, Heather, you have to go buy it. Like, you're going to go home and go, I should have bought that yarn. I should have bought that yarn. So anyways, she did. She went back and she bought the yarn. And then I thought, I really like that yarn. So I had to go and get some too. Now I've already started my sweater. So first of all, I'll show you a picture of the sweater. The sweater is called Moonlight, and it is by Knitting for Breakfast. So that's kind of a picture of the back of it. And it's kind of hard to see in this yarn because she's got a really
it's a highly variegated.
There, you can see it a little bit better there, the detail in the front, but it's
very
really pretty detail in the pattern. But here's mine. So I'm doing it in...
That is such a vibrant pink.
Pink.
It's such a vibrant pink. It's blowing out on the screen. Can you hold it
on the screen?
There we go. It's coming in a little sharper now.
That better? It's
really so bright. It's going to be hard to photograph.
Very, very bright. It's the yarn is Perennial. It's Perennial by Kelborn Woolens. It is, where's the composition here? It is 60% superwash merino, 25% Surrey alpaca, and 15% nylon. There's 497 yards in a skein. So I still have probably about 45 grams left of the first skein, and I'm almost at the split for the sleeves. But it's got, I don't know if you can see up there, it's got baubles up in the texture, and the baubles are just so much fun to do. Like, I love doing a pattern like this, like a lace pattern like this. So you know what's going to happen. I'm going to get done that part, and then it's going to be to the boring round and round, and it's going to get set aside. But It feels amazing. All the baubles I did by the knitting backwards technique, because
Yes.
they're 5-stitch bobbles. So you have to go across and then turn and then go back and then turn. So you would have had to turn twice for every bobble. So I did the knitting backwards, where you knit across, knit 5 backwards, knit across, knit backwards. And I'm in love with it. So
Lisa's right. She said there'd be no losing you in a crowd with that.
no, well, I thought this is called the Moonlight Tea. Well, I'm going to be lit. That's for sure. Anyways,
But think of how nice that would look with a white pair of jeans for the summer.
I know.
Just really beautiful.
Yep. So, yeah. And I mean, pink, I do like pink, but usually I don't buy anything that bright. But
no, you don't. You don't. You go for the more subtle pinks.
Yeah. But so Heather and I are going to be twinning. And she's already started hers too. And Barb, that was with us, she bought some of that yarn as well. So we kind of all sort of fell in love with it. So
it is really pretty. It's
now
really
Shirley's saying she wished she would have bought the orange.
The orange. You know they ship, right, Shirley?
They had some really bright neon colors. So that one's called Neon Pink. That's the name of the color.
Mm-hmm,
so
very nice.
Anyways, the knitting loft was amazing. I actually get to go back again this Saturday because we're going to a wedding in Toronto, and I didn't know we were going before that. So I had booked an Airbnb that's near the knitting loft. So when Ross knew I already went, he goes, "So does that mean I don't have to go?" And I said, no.
Did he see what you bought? I bet you he won't take you back there again.
No, he said, when it was funny, he was leaving that morning to go to work before I left for Toronto. And he said, try not to spend too much. And then he said, "Oh, I don't care. Spend what you want." And I'm like, did I hear that? Did you say that? Or was that just my mind making that? So I took it to mean that he really said it. So
you heard what you wanted to hear, right? You heard what you wanted to hear.
We had an amazing time. There was 7 of us. It's too bad you weren't there, Kelly.
I know. I wanted to be. I wish I could have been there.
And I'm not even just talking about like the yarn store shopping. It was just we all got along so well. We had an amazing time at lunch. We brought all our knitting to lunch with us. There was a poutine place just like a 2-minute walk.
Gosh.
So we went to the poutine place. Might have had a hard seltzer.
Might have.
And poutine. And we probably sat there for an hour and a half. There was nobody else in it. The guy was super nice. He took a picture of us to put on his store Instagram page. All these knitters in his shop. So it's just so much fun to be able to go back out and do things with people again. It really is. So anyway.
I wish I could have gone. Yeah.
I wish you could have gone too.
It just didn't work out for me that day.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's still there. I'll get a chance to go.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't really look like I suffered much by not going on that little shopping trip, because it looks like I did okay just by not going.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, so there's a song Marissa's talking about. She says that every time I say smooth like butter, I get the BTS song. Why am I not knowing that song? I'm a song person.
I don't know it.
And then Sarah says her too. What song are you talking about, ladies? Sarah says she's jealous. You've got to come and knit with us one Saturday, Sarah.
Yeah.
Come and hang out under the bridge.
We can go to the Mexican place for lunch.
Yeah.
So.
Becky says she can relate. She was always the one working. Mm-hmm. So. Oh, like a criminal undercover. Okay. Oh. Alrighty. Okay, I got it now. So we should talk about the Spark Joy Make Along.
Yeah.
Little blue bird of happiness here. One more blue thing. I'm just going to keep my nails blue for the rest of the year. Apparently they go with everything.
That's right. So, yes, we have our Spark Joy Make Along. It runs till the end of June. And all you have to do is make something that brings you joy. And you can also enter in the chatter thread, because we're going to draw a prize from that as well. Because if it's bringing you joy just to knit it and you don't finish it, well, it's still bringing you joy. So it should be counted as well. So
there's quite a few items in there already.
Yep.
Yes.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, of course, our sock cal's all ongoing. So make sure you get your socks in there for that amazing year-end prize. Well, and we have amazing prizes throughout as well. Like the
We
sock
do.
prizes and the pattern prizes are amazing too. So
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah,
So-
we're pretty lucky. We get some really beautiful prize donations, and we're happy to pass that on to everybody out there because it's fun to win a prize. I like drawing the prizes too. I like sending them out and shipping them off and sending them out to their new little homes and hoping that somebody's happy with them and gets a little bit of joy out of that.
Yeah.
There was something else that I was going to mention, and now I just forget what it was.
Well, do you have anything else to show? Acquisitions?
No.
Oh well, I do.
Oh, sure.
and these aren't even my acquisitions from the Knitting Loft. These are from before, and we were going to show them on the podcast. But so I showed the bag that's for the giveaway, but I also bought one that night for me because I just couldn't resist. So mine's a little bit different. Mine has flowers on it, and then my coordinating skein is called Flower Infusion. So it's just, but isn't that gorgeous color?
It is. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love that.
So yes, I couldn't resist, and the bag was just gorgeous and all into the corally pinky peaches, and
really pretty.
So that was one thing that I bought there. Their yarn was just amazing. I couldn't resist. So this was a couple of weeks ago when we went down to the Full Moon Fibers trunk show. They had a trunk show at Little Red Mitten. So then I also bought this.
I bought more too. I guess I did forget about that. I'll show it. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is Full Moon Fibers. This is their Moonlight Fingering, which is a 4-ply yarn. It's 100% non-superwash merino. So this is just a one-of-a-kind colorway. It's not showing accurate there. It's not quite as orangey. It's more like caramel. Mm-hmm. And then this one is called Peony, which is definitely my color. So they had them put together in a kit with 3 of each for the half and half wrap, but I'm probably going to do 2 separate sweaters with it. I'm probably not going to do the half and half wrap with it.
No,
but it's just, no. I'm going to do the half and half wrap in Super Soft, I think.
Okay.
So, or Coast maybe, because that would make it a really nice one for like summer, spring, fall.
Yes.
But anyways, yes. So absolutely gorgeous. Feels amazing. The colors are beautiful.
And I got this one from them too. This is called Red Sky at Night. Look at that.
That's pretty.
Look at those colors. Look. I love this.
Got 2 other colors in that as well.
Well, I love this, right? I love this, the marled stripy
I think
colors.
I have the Red Sky at Night in the slub.
Do you? Well,
yeah.
Okay. I did also get, see, I lied. I got things. I told a little fib. I also got this, and this is what's going to go with the actual lavender mohair that I was going to get. And this is Lagoon, which is more slub. So I'm still working on that too for a whip. I'm working actively on finishing up the tassels in the sky. So, but I love this color. Love it. This is a very Julia. This is Julia's color.
Julia did go to, there was a Fiber Fest about 4 or 5 hours from us on the weekend. Neither one of us were able to go, but Julia said that Full Moon Fibers booth there was very busy. So
good night, Sarah.
But these are the colors that I got. So this color is called Opal, but I
so
thought that
pretty.
would make a cute baby sweater trimmed with the different colors. And then this one I thought I know that like Zoe and Molly and Isla will love socks.
Oh heck, you could make that for yourself now. It will match your sweater.
That's right. So anyways, yes, gorgeous yarn. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
now
they were at,
knitting.
Julia says that they were also at the Kawartha Yarn Fest.
Yeah.
So Julia must have, oh, okay. I missed that.
Sorry. I don't think there was none though. I said that she said that their booth was very busy.
Did I just doze off there and nobody noticed?
I don't think there was another yarn fest between now and... Oh, Anne said she bought some Full Moon from Kawartha too. Oh, I wish we could have gone.
I know. Next year, maybe, right? We'll make a weekend of it. It just fell on a...
I was already committed
to the ball game.
A list of the things that are going on and make plans at the beginning.
Yes. Well,
it was hard to know at the beginning of this year because you didn't know what was still going to be on or not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Sheila says, Full Moon Fibers, you are wicked talented.
Wicked talented.
They are. They have some great colors. We really like working with their yarns. So we're going to Chicago too. We talked about that a little bit
Yes.
last week. I'm getting ridiculously excited about that. Another
Yep.
little train travel trip for Noelle and
Yep.
I, and some new people to meet. And that's, aside from all the knitting, meeting the people is like the best part. And so there's some new knitty friends in our future. I'm positive of that. And we're just looking
Yep.
forward to a weekend of hanging out with a group of like-minded knitters and seeing all the stuff they're knitting and working on whatever it is that we're taking. And if I know, excuse me, if I know Noelle, there'll be 10 projects packed in a bag. We won't have any
will be.
clothes, but we'll be knitting. We'll have lots of things to knit.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny knitting at the ball game. Like I wasn't
That's
actively.
right. Irene said everybody is invited to come to the mini meetup in
Yes,
Chicago.
yes,
So
yes.
there are details about it on the Frivolous and Frugal Ravelry group page, and it gives all the information about it, the hotel that it's going to be held at, and or even if you're in the area, you don't necessarily have to come and stay at the hotel. If you live not that far from it, and you can just come for the day or 2 days, I think we're going to be knitting. We're going on the Thursday, so we'll be knitting Thursday night. We'll be knitting Friday and Saturday, and then we go home on Sunday.
Yes,
So
we'll
that's
be
like
knitting.
almost 4 full days of knitting.
I should be able to get a sock finished, right? So it's called the 2022 Mini Meetup, and it's in Hoffman Estates, and we're just ridiculously excited about this little mini meetup. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, so we hope that if there's anybody here that watches, like that we get to meet you in person,
and if you're in the area that you can come, please come.
Yeah.
Check out the links that they have in the podcast and figure out how to get yourself organized to be there. Mary says
right.
if
Mary
we don't
said,
pack any
that's
clothes,
right.
we will be very motivated to knit.
So.
Oh,
Anyway.
Lee says it's less than an hour away.
Well, then you have to come.
Come, Lee, come. Yeah, we were somewhere on our way home from the ball game, we stopped for a bite to eat, and the restaurant was like freezing cold, and we were sitting underneath a vent that was blowing really cold air, and the couple that we were with, they were joking. I'm like, well, can't you knit something? And I said, I have a sock. I don't know how warm it's going to keep me. That's all I have. So Stacy says that the national security took away her sock needles. They wouldn't let her into the ballpark. I took wooden needles, and I tucked them in my purse, and it was kind of like underneath my wallet, and they really just look in the bag, and that was the end of it. And I don't even think they saw the knitting. And these are just teeny tiny little wood needles anyway. I don't think anybody would have had a big issue.
Yeah, Lee said she's going to get her knitting group to come.
Yay! That will be exciting.
Okay, and Mickey had asked what company the bag is from. The bag is J. Hendry Co.
Yes.
And Connie had said that you bought them all out because the site's not back up yet. I know that the site was down while they were at Kawartha, so I did put a link in the show notes. Well, and the show notes, don't expect them like till tomorrow morning because we can't put them in right away once we do a live, but they will be in there. And I'm sure Jessica and Allison, I'm sure the site will be up soon, but we'll make sure that we put it in a few upcoming weeks so that in case it's not up yet, because they are busy doing some shows, that it will be back up there soon.
Yes.
So
I think it's really tricky to maintain your
inventory.
when you're at the shows.
Yeah.
So rather than disappoint people by something that's on there that they can't get. And so the website company is actually called Full Moon Fibers.
Full Moon Fibers. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It should have been a capital F. But so it's a 2-person team. It's 2 sisters.
Allison said that the site will be up again soon.
Yeah. So they both work on the dyeing, and then there's also some sewing involved, but they have it split up under 2 names.
Jessica does the bags, I believe. So the bags are under J. Hendry Co.
Yes.
But these were the 2, the one that I bought and the project bag that's for the giveaway. Those are a collaboration that they did, and they do collaborations for different things. I think that they might have had a collaboration for Kawartha where they did the same thing, where they had the bag and they had the yarn to match. So
yeah.
Oh, Patricia says happy full moon day. We did have, isn't it still the full moon? Isn't it still the strawberry moon?
Yes. Well, maybe that's why I was getting yelled at work today by somebody on the phone. When I say I was getting yelled at work, please do not think it was anybody at my workplace. It was somebody on the phone that had no business yelling. But anyway. So Christine's asking us about the mini meetup. Well, we don't really know all too much about it, but if you go to
Carol, type in frivolous and frugal.
Okay. The Frivolous and Frugal podcast, they have the details on it. Or you could reach out to
I can't type it in. I did something on my screen that made everything disappear.
Oh, okay. Allow me to type for you.
See, Kelly, you just when you said that we wouldn't have any bloopers, that was it.
Oh, there's always bloopers. So this is the name of the podcast.
Okay.
And then also you could reach out to Irene, who is one of the 3 ladies on three ply podcast.
Yes, but Frivolous and Frugal, they have a group in Ravelry. If you go in there, there is a post that explains all about it. So,
Yes.
Anyways, I got my screen back. I don't know. I hit something that put us to full screen, and then all I saw was giant you and giant me, and nothing else.
Oh, I know what you did. You just went to full screen.
Yes.
So this is Christine Olson. It's at the Hilton Garden Inn in Hoffman Estates. And, well, thank you. I don't know your name, but Proverbs 31 Yarn says, please hit a thumbs up for the beautiful ladies. They're hosting a wonderful evening. Yes, please. Please give us a thumbs up. It helps to grow the channel. And we just super appreciate all of that as well.
Oh, I have to tell you. I told you already, Kelly, but like Zoe, my granddaughter, used to actually be on the podcast with me. So I was in London 2 weekends ago, and we were doing a little bit of shopping at one of the chapter stores, and they had these recycled bags that were made out of, I'm not sure what, recycled stuff, but they were on sale for a really good price. So I was picking some up. And so the salesperson was talking to me, and she was saying, oh yeah, I got one for here, and I got one for this person. I said, they're going to be perfect, like to keep my yarn and knitting in. And so she started talking about, oh yeah, I do a little bit of knitting. And Zoe looked up at her, went, are you on KnitChat? She goes, my grandma's on KnitChat. So I'm trying to stop Zoe going, Zoe.
It's so cute, when they think you're a big deal.
They just think but they think everybody does that. Like everybody that knits would have a knit chat, right?
Tiniest little knitting corner on the internet, and she thinks it's really big and huge. So, but we appreciate Zoe. Zoe steps in for us occasionally as a little co-host, and she's definitely a good spokesperson for the channel too, because she likes to bring it up. So we love Zoe, our little Zoe.
Yeah, she has a little she did a little podcast on boxing. She's 4 and she wanted to do a podcast, so she did a little podcast on boxing. So she's telling
unboxing.
Unboxing. Yeah, she goes, come on people, like and describe.
But we should note that didn't go public to YouTube. That was just private. Her parents let her record that, and then they just sent it out to the family. But it was super cute. Yes. Yeah. So, all right. Well, we are getting to that time. It's an hour and 15, and I hate to say goodbye. This could go on all evening. It's literally the best hour and 15 minutes of my week right now. That's all I have to say. Looking for that to be better soon, but yeah. And looking forward to when we have a little more time, we can get back to doing our regularly recorded podcast too. But thank you for bearing with us tonight while we showed off all the goodies, because we really wanted to. Noelle's got a lot more finished things, and she's going to show that over the next few weeks. And I will just hopefully get a sock done, because my knitting time has been zipped out. But yeah, it's been a great night. Thank you again. You're all lovely. You just bring joy. You bring so much joy to our week. It's like I said, it's the best hour and 15 minutes of my week. Well, aside from maybe coffee shop Saturday, I do get, if I'm lucky, an hour or so at a coffee shop on Saturday too, or under the bridge, but not this weekend, right? You're away.
At the knitting loft.
Yeah, you'll be at the knitting loft.
Oh no, wait, I'm going to a wedding.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I might be under the bridge. Maybe I'll be under the bridge with some friends. So if you are local to Sarnia and you want to hang out, reach out to me on Instagram. And
all depending on
let
the
you know
weather,
if we're
of
there.
course.
Depending on the weather, but
so yeah.
Yeah. And if the weather is not great on Saturday mornings, we just move inside to a coffee shop. And that is a little bit of a rare privileged treat as well, because we've gone so long without being able to gather together in person.
That's
and
right.
It's definitely feels amazing to get back to seeing friends again.
Yep.
So, okay. Well, all right. This is a
Okay,
long,
so
awkward
take care,
goodbye
everybody.
again. Take care.
Yep. Have a great week. And we'll talk to you next week.
We will.
Happy knitting.
Happy knitting.